Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 24th of June 2022. I don't think there's much else to say really, so let's just get into this thing. First of all, we have Adrenaline, which is a meg perk, and this one has it so once the final generator is done, you'll instantly heal 1 health state, you'll sprint at 150% normal running speed, and also it will wake you up if you are asleep if you're playing against Freddy. And it will also pause this effect if you are on the hook or you're being carried or, basically if you're like incapacitated sort of, like if you're not available to like move around or anything. It will pause it and then wait for you to be unhooked or, out of the killer grasp, whatever, and then it'll activate it. If you're downed, it will just pick you up to injured and you'll just speed off basically. This will also leave you exhausted for a bit, so you have to wait for that. But other than that, it will also work through exhausted. I always forget that part. But if you're exhausted from like another exhaustion perk, it will still activate and then just give you exhausted again, which is fucking crazy. This one is good. This one is really solid. The only thing I would say is just that obviously you have to get to endgame for it to work. So if your whole team dies by then, or if you don't make it, then obviously this won't do anything. It is like that last minute like adrenaline really. So other than that, honestly, this perk is solid. This is a great perk. People don't use it often. I think I don't think it's underrated, but I just think it's underused. Like this perk has so many good effects all at once, and it's so crazy and powerful. I love it. I think it's great. Next up, we have a Nurse's Calling, which is a nurse perk, and this one is pretty simple. It just shows the auras of survivors who are healing themselves or healing each other and being healed to you within 28 meters, which is a pretty good range, actually, I'd say. I think this is good for information and good for killers who, again, like to keep people injured and make use of that. But mainly stealth killers is where this perk shines. Pardon me. I know that stealth killers in this game are a bit hit or miss, but still, I think this one's great because you can just see where 2 vulnerable people are, and you can go up to them and sneak up to them and hopefully put some pressure and downs on. And this one, again, it's solid. I think specifically for stealth killers, it's great, but I guess you can use this on a lot of killers really, because people like to heal. So yeah, it does show the auras of people healing themselves, being healed, or healing another survivor. So anything that involves healing basically, including boons and medkits and perks, it will do that. Next up we have Streetwise, which is a Neo perk, and this one is okay. Basically it just has so your item consumption rate gets reduced, and also it applies to your teammates within 8 meters, and then once you've left the 8 meters, that effect will persist for 15 seconds and then it'll run out. So this one, again, I think it's okay. Like, I don't think it's that bad, but it just depends on if you bring items, and also if other people bring items as well, and if they're using those items. You have to be within 8 meters, so it might be kind of awkward to stand within 8 meters of someone who's like healing themselves with a medkit, for example. But also this applies to you. Unlike Leader, which does a similar thing with the range and everything, Streetwise does apply to you and your item consumption rate as well. So I don't think this one's bad. I don't think it's like terrible, but like it just depends if you bring items. Personally, I play solo queue, so I have to bring items quite often, but even I don't really use this just because like, well, I don't know. For me, it's because I only play like 3 survivors, and I just have all their items hoarded up. So, I guess that's just on me. But I think this one, like I said, it's not terrible actually. I think it's okay, and provides good for your teammate as well. Finally, we have Strider, which is also a nurse perk. That's pretty odd. I didn't even notice that till now. This one will have it so the breathing of survivors in pain is 50% louder, and regular breathing is 25% louder, which is quite noticeable. I think especially the grunts of pain one, because that's already quite loud. Like, you can hear people when they're in lockers when they're injured. But I think this one just makes that even more apparent. And like I said, it also is pretty effective. I think it's kind of underrated. I mean, I don't really use this perk. I don't know if I've ever used this perk, except for when, like, I've played nurse, I guess. But I think the regular breathing thing is good for survivors who are trying to stealth and hide behind trees when you're patrolling a gen, for example. And again, the grunts of pain thing is even more apparent because, like I said, people who are injured are loud as fuck anyway. So this just makes it so you basically can pinpoint where they are. Um, Again, I think this one's pretty underrated. I think this shrine is actually pretty alright. Which there's normally one or two bad perks, and I guess Strider, I guess, is like the weakest one here, and maybe Streetwise again if you don't use items or whatever. But honestly, I think a lot of these perks are worth getting. I think Adrenaline is great. However, it is with a free character, so I always say don't buy them from the shrine because it's easy. Also, we've got double up points. We got double up points for like just under a week. I think we've just got a couple of days. I think. So just if you haven't already, just level up Meg and get this because their other perks are pretty good as well. So I would just say just level up Meg. Nurses, I think the nurse is free as well. Or if not, then all of the perks are good. The other one is here, which I think again is underrated in my opinion, but I think it's still pretty okay. And also Phantophobia, which is also pretty good as well. Streetwise, it's just up to you because, like I said, I use items a lot, but I don't use this perk. But it depends if you're got like daily challenges, to like sabotage hooks, or if you're going for trophies to deplete items and shit like that. You know what I mean? There might be some challenges as well to deplete medkits and stuff. So, actually, no, it wouldn't be good for that because it makes depleting slower. So, actually, I don't know. But you know what I mean. That would do it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this useful, and I will hope to see you in the next one.